All right, welcome back. The card that we have on the bottom of the deck, and I said it would earlier, it would not leave me alone. The Three of Swords. And I sat here for a really long time asking, just what does what does it mean? Why do I keep seeing it? Why does this keep coming out for the collective? And there's a couple reasons. Overthinking. Thinking about the negative. I also split the deck to the Five of Cups, which is also another card that is not leaving me alone right now. Overthinking, dwelling on the negative. For some of you, negative self talk. I'm hearing self deprecating humor. Assuming the worst and not being able to see the good outcome that is actually waiting for you. And I'm hearing you have trouble seeing it because that's, for some of you, that's all you have experienced. For others, you've just been trained to look for the bad. You've been trained to expect the worst. And what's interesting is I'm the type of person that has a bunch of sticky notes just on their desk at all times, and I usually forget to look at them. But my eye was drawn to this phrase: you're going to be more successful than you think. Also, healing ancestral trauma. Protection and money are also coming up here right now. So you aren't always, it's not always going to be bad. And I hear you need to, what you're working on right now is training yourself to not just see the bad outcome. And I'm hearing like, let the divine surprise you. I'm hearing they have the solutions that you need and that you're looking for. And the solution is going to end up working out even more in your favor than you think it will. But overthinking isn't helping the matter. I don't know if you can hear it. My dog is. The card landed on her and now she's upset. But yeah, whatever is coming in, it's going to work out way better than you think it's going to. But the more that you are dwelling on the negative, the slower it is to come in. I'm hearing good things are meant for you. Again, it's not always going to be this hard. It's hard right now because you are going through that death and rebirth cycle. And maybe some of you, I feel like, have been going through this cycle for a while. But there is a newness coming in. It feels fresh, positive, young, hearing like youthful, where you get to see things from a different perspective now. you've done a lot of work, more so than likely has been done in previous generations, right? We've talked about this before on this channel. And part of this healing process, I also saw the Ace of Cups down here. Part of this healing process is letting go of the negative, looking for the negative. Also, again, negative self-talk, self-deprecating humor is still coming through. And I was hearing earlier, you need to be kinder to yourself. You need to, hearing you need to let yourself experience the love and experience the happiness. Because your stress and your anxiety is something that is keeping you from fully being able to experience the joys of life. And when you start moving away from this Three of Swords energy, things are going to change really quickly. We have the Tower and the Eight of Wands. Okay, they just reminded me that there's a card on the floor. This is something you will be successful at. Once you start moving aside that anxious thinking, the overthinking, the self-deprecating, the always looking for the negative, you're going to open yourself up to more magic and more joy. And I feel like many of you are on that path. Man, I will say I've been doing this, that internal work for a very long time. And I still get caught up in my own anxiety where I get so in my brain that I can't see what's in front of me. And I'm hearing like, it's not, like, keep reminding yourself you're not a work in progress, you're a success in progress. Madam Adam says that a lot. Happiness, joy, and pleasure are your birthright. These are things that you deserve. All of that, I'm hearing all of that anxiety wasn't necessarily yours. Maybe not all of it, but there's quite a bit of it that was passed down or that you developed. I'm hearing trauma response. It speaks for itself, I feel like. Okay, with the Eight of Cups and the Four of Cups, I'm hearing walk away from the overthinking, from the apathy, and start actively pursuing the joy. It's hard to do every single day. I get it, trust me. But I'm hearing like little steps at a time are going to make a giant difference. And yeah, I happened to stack the cards with the Sun and the Nine of Cups right on top of each other, which is success. Success, positive outcomes. I'm hearing growth and transformation as well. And I'm hearing you haven't done all this work for nothing. It doesn't have to constantly be a cycle of healing. You get to actually like sit down or go out and enjoy life and enjoy the time that you have on this earth without, I'm seeing a guillotine, without like a guillotine of healing just like hanging over your head all the time. And again, even easier said than done, but you have done a lot of the work already. You've already gone through so much, processed so many things, so many traumas. And I'm hearing you get to spend time at peace. Okay. With these, we have the King of Swords, Five of Swords, and the Ace of Pentacles. I'm hearing your voice holds a lot more power than you think. This came through earlier. Write down what you are trying to bring in, what you are trying to call in. Write it all down. Even if it's just like on the notes app on your phone or like on a scrap sheet of paper or something like that. The act of actually writing it down, even better if you speak it out loud afterwards, is going to be very helpful. I've said it before. If you are trying to bring something in, write it in pink or red, keep the paper. If you are trying to get rid of something, write it in black and dispose of the paper. Like, get it out of your house or apartment, wherever you live. But again, October keeps coming through, and it's going to be a more abundant time than you think, and has the potential to be even more so. But the act of doing that, of writing down your manifestations, of talking to your spirit team about them, they're like, you don't have to go, like, don't go shouting it from the rooftops or anything, but talk to your spirits about them. And that's going to bring in even more, because your voice has way more power than you give it credit for. And I'm hearing like master manifester, like you have trouble seeing your potential. And I feel like some of you are also conflicted about that as well. Maybe you feel like it's a little delusional, or you go through periods of like, oh, that's, you know, it's a little too delusional for me. And then like periods of like, I'm all in on this. And like, we get it, but also, why not try it out? Like, even if it's delusional, like, why not give it a chance? Like, what are you losing? Like a couple minutes of your time? If you go ahead and write down what you want to bring in October, November, even December. And some of you are saying, I don't even know where to start. And they're saying, just start somewhere. Start anywhere you want. They're saying, go bigger than you're thinking. If you are thinking like $10, go 20. If you're thinking like $200, say 500. All right. at least in terms of money. But go bigger than you think and just start anywhere. Write down as many as you want, say as many as you want. But just starting somewhere is going to lead you, I feel like, somewhere really cool. Sorry. You have the opportunity to leave the past behind and take control of your life. And I'm hearing like direct and dictate your life into something that's really positive and really abundant. Like you have all this good karma coming into you anyways. Again, you are approaching a season of reaping the rewards. So why not sweeten the deal a little bit is what they're saying. Because I feel like if you do this, you're going to be pretty surprised at where you actually end up. They're saying like, write these things down, say them out loud. You can even do it like a couple times. Do it as many times as you want. But again, just the act of using your voice and taking command and taking charge and saying exactly what it is that you want. And even exactly what it is that you don't want anymore. It's going to lead you to some places that you don't expect. They're in the best way possible. Like they're saying they can't always do things overnight. But over time, for some of you, like by the end of next month, in 2 months, but you're going to start seeing some of these things come to fruition and you're going to look back and be like, oh, I did ask for that. All right. So I guess I'll leave it there. I love you so much. Thank you again for watching. As always, I hope it helps. Keep on the lookout for a special offer coming to you at the beginning of October, but I will see you next time. Bye.